Now I would like to begin with you with interesting topic linear inequalities. As a class 6 student is very much aware about the linear equations. We take the help of linear equations in solving the different questions. If I write one of the linear equation in one variable as 2x minus 5 is equal to 3. Here variable is only one, that variable is x, 2 is the coefficient, minus 5 and 3 are the constants. So if I ask you to solve, your answer in few seconds will be x is equals to 4 is only one of the value which will satisfy this set, this equation, linear equation 2x minus 5 is equals to 3. Now problem is that how to convert one of the linear equation in the linear inequality. To convert, we have to see it is 2x minus 5. If it is not equal to 3, suppose it is greater than or equal to 3. Then what will happen? As this equality sign converted in the sign of inequality, so this become linear inequality. To solve it, we will say 2x is greater than or equal to 3 plus 5. There are two approaches. First is that adding 5 both sides to cancel this minus 5 or transfer this minus 5 from left side to right side. This become 3 plus 5. This become 2x is greater than or equal to 8, or we can say x is greater than or equal to 4. So solution set of this linear inequality become 4 than infinity. That's why what we can say, every real number from 4 to infinity is the solution of this linear inequality. Number one. Secondly, I would like to tell you that if the sign is bit changed, if it is written like 2x minus 5 is greater than 3. In place of writing greater than or equal to 3, a minor change is made. Still it is linear inequation. And the solution of this linear equation will be x is greater than 4. And if this solution is presented in this shape, it will be open bracket 4 to infinity. I have used here closed bracket. Reason being 4 is also a solution, but in case of the open bracket, we say 4 is not solution, but every real number greater than 4 is its solution. Now the question is coming that in place of greater than equal to 3, if it is 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 3, then solution will be x is less than or equal to 4. And in this situation, answer will be from minus infinity to 4. 4 is the value which is a solution set. Minus infinity is not. Here plus infinity is not at both places. Reason being infinity is not defined. So we always take an open bracket here. Now in place of this less than or equal to, if sign is of only less than, that is what 2x minus 5 is less than 3. In this situation, it will be 2x is less than 8, or we can say x is less than 4. So what conclusion has been drawn? That open bracket at 4 and all values less to 8 are the solution. Now I am taking a very important example where we will find the solution and that solution will be expressed on the number line. Problem is solve for x. 7x plus 3 is less than 5x plus 9. So the graph of solution on number line. It is 7x plus 3 is less than 5x plus 9. As usual approach of solving the linear equation, we will follow to shift all variables on the left side and all constants on the right side. So for this we can say 7x minus 5x is less than what? 9 minus 3. Or it says that 2x is less than 6, or on dividing by 2 we can say x is less than 3. X is less than 3. If I write this solution, this will be minus infinity to 3. Minus infinity to 3 is the solution set of this required linear inequality. Question is how to represent on the number line. If I say roughly this is a number line, here center part origin 0, positive zone of x values, negative zone of x values. From origin or 0 to right side it is tending toward positive infinity, and from here to left side it is tending toward negative infinity. Reason to represent is, suppose it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Here solution says value of x is less than 3. Means each value which is less than 3, but what? But not equal to 3. So I am putting a cross on 3. This 3 is not a set, but every value less than 3 is the solution. So if I can dark this line which is on the left side from the value 3, shows that this is the representation of the number line. Here I would like to add one more thing which is very important. Suppose if I say minus x is greater than 5, what is the answer of x? It is very necessary to understand, as and when we shift this negative from, only sign is shifted from left to right, then automatically this inequality needs to reverse. So what will be the answer in this case? This implies x will be less than minus 5. Is one more verification I can show you. Suppose if I have a value minus 2 which is greater than minus 3. It's a true fact. Minus 2 is greater than minus 3. It is a true fact. But if I say that minus and minus get cancelled, then we cannot say 2 is greater than 3. So obviously what has to do, this is a wrong statement, because here I explained you, as and when from negative is shifted, inequality get reversed. So this is a wrong. The correct will be 2 is less than 3. So ultimately you need to remember always, whenever you will solve the problems of linear inequality, that when negative is shifted from left to right, then the inequality get reversed. This is a correct answer. So this is the way that this set of numbers solutions is represented on the number line. Now I am taking one word problem, as we usually solve the linear equations for the word problems. If there is some word problem is given, we always probably can make some linear equation and then we can solve. Similarly, if some conditions are given, then how we will frame the word problem of linear inequalities and how we will solve. Taking an example, find all pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers, both of which are larger than 10. We need to calculate a pair of consecutive or more pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers. even and odd, both the numbers are always at a difference of 2 units. Suppose first odd number is 7, then its consecutive next will be 9 and previous to it will be 5. So we have to estimate, find all pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers, both of which are larger than 10. We need to take such natural odd numbers which are greater than 10 and such that their sum is less than 40. So there are two conditions I am taking to explain it. Let a smaller, or you can say the first natural odd number, let first, or you can say a smaller natural odd number is, suppose I am taking x, then obvious greater or the second or the consecutive, so its consecutive odd number is equals to x plus 2. As you know, set of consecutive odd naturals comes at a gap of 2, x, x plus 2, then x plus 4. So this, but they are given that find all pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers, both of which are greater than 10. It means that even a smaller odd number is also more than 10. First condition. And their sum, first number is x and second one is x plus 2. Their sum is less than what? It is less than 40. So we are taking it 2x plus 2 is less than 40, or you can say x is less than 19. Reason being, 2 when shifted 38, 2 will be divided, then 38 will be divided by 2, x will be less than 19. So we are getting two relations, x is less than 19 and x is greater than 10. X is greater than 10, then what first number is possible? First number may be 11. If first is 11, then its consecutive will be 13. So one of the pair become 11, comma 13. If I am taking the next one as what? Next one is suppose 13. If it is 13, then its consecutive will be 15. If it is 15, then 17. If it is 17, then it is 19. But here we are bound to take x which is less than 19. So if you go to see 11, 13, 13, 15, 15, 17 and their sum is what? Their sum is less than 40. But in this case we are finding 9 plus 7 and 1, 1. That is also, so 1 set, 2 set, 3 set and 4 set. There are 4 such sets are possible where we can say yes, this is the system, this is the set. So even word problems are possible in case of the linear inequations, and this is the method of solving these linear inequations. Now one example I am taking where the linear inequalities will be represented graphically, because if there is a linear equation, we always have the graph. We can plot the graph of every linear equation. Similarly, we are in the position to draw the graph of even linear inequations. The question is very simple, that represent 3x plus 2y is greater than 6 graphically. To represent this graphically, first of all, I will assume that this is not inequality. Suppose it is the equality. Then what will be the set of values on x-axis and y-axis? If I take, in the case of equality, value of x and y, two sets I am taking. For verification, even I may take third if y is 0. If y is 0, this situation will be like this: 3x plus 2 into 0 is equals to 6, or x is equals to 2. It is assumed, it is not a possible fact to represent in the graph this inequality is taken to be equality. If value of x is 0 in this situation, question will be 3 into 0, this is into plus 2 into y is equal to 6. So on the y axis, the point will be 0 comma 3. So I have obtained that this linear inequality is passing through which two points on x-axis and y-axis. So to obtain it, first we have to imaginary consider that inequality is the equality. First thing is clear. Then as you know, on the graph we always take one as the x-axis horizontal and other is the y-axis. If 2 comma 0 I talk about, that 2 comma 0 will lie on the x-axis. Suppose this is 1, this is 2, so this become 2 comma 0. Another is 0 comma 3, meaning by this point lies on y-axis positive direction. It is 1, 2, suppose it is 3, so this becomes 0 comma 3. And if it has to be equality, then there will be a line. This is the line. This is the line of equality for 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. But I have to take 3x plus 2y is greater than 6. In order to take that value, what I need to do, that this line is separated. This line is separated this entire xy plane in two halves. As we know, what is the role of a line? When a line is drawn, it separates a plane in two halves. So this xy plane is separated with this line, which was assumed as equality in the two halves. Now I want to tell you, as it is greater than 6, so which side will be its solution set and which side will not be its solution set. Suppose it is the first half of the plane and below to it is the second half of the plane. To check that solution set is going in which direction, I have to put 0 and 0. So if I put 0, 0, this will be 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0. 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0 is greater than 6. 0 plus 0 greater than 6. 0 is greater than 6. So 0 is greater than 6 is a false statement. If it is a false, it means that the solution set of the inequality does not take origin in its solution. So the solution set of this will go in the first half of the plane. So this is the way of representing any inequality in the set of our xy plane. First, take this is not inequality, it is equality. Make a table, that is search the 2 points, one on x-axis, other on y-axis. For getting a point on x-axis, put y0. For getting a point on y-axis, put x0. Obtain the line which separates xy plane in two halves. Then we have to see that which half of the plane is in its solution set. To notice, to obtain that, what we need to do, we simply has to do that 0, 0 is in its solution set or not. If it is true, then yes. As it is coming false, then solution set is coming out of or opposite direction of the origin. So this is the way of finding or representing graphically that linear inequalities. Now I am taking an example where 4 linear inequations are involved and how we will get the solution, that is what is the most common part between these 4 given linear inequations. Solving of linear inequations means identifying that common zone, that common part which is included in all 4 linear inequations. Method is as usual, whatever linear inequation is given, we first make that equation, then remove the inequality, make it equation, draw its graph, take whether origin is its part or not, and then find most common zone. We have here to solve x plus 2y is less than equal to 8, 2x plus y is less than equal to 8, x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0. 4 linear inequations, 1, 2, 3, 4. As usual, I explained you in the previous videos also, for getting to know the solution of first linear equation x plus 2y is less than equal to 8, I will assume this inequality in the sign of equality. If this is assumed that this inequality is the equality, then if I take x as 0, by the equality y will be 4 to satisfy, or if y is 0, the answer of x will be 8. And 0 comma 4 is this point, 8 comma 0 is this point. So I have drawn this line joining 0 comma 4 and 8 comma 0. This is the equation of x plus 2y is equals to 8. And 0 0 is satisfying this inequality, so its graph will be toward origin side, that is toward 0 0. Similarly, we can plot the graph of 2x plus y is less than equal to 8 by assuming this inequality in the equality. In this equality, if I take x as 0, y will be 8, or if y is 0, x will be 4. By taking this, if I draw the graph, this will be 4 comma 0 and 0 comma 8, and this is 2x plus y is equals to 8. But to make it inequality, I have to check 0 0 in this. 0 plus 0 is less than 8, so its graph will also toward the origin. For x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0, we know that these two positives are possible in first quadrant. So what we are noticing, this shaded part is the most common zone. Hence the solution of all these four inequality is the quadrilateral. You can name is A, B, C and D. A, B, C, D's shaded part is the most common zone for all four linear inequalities. Hence we declare that this is the answer.